If you want the WrestleMania's ass to this ring, give me a hell yeah.
I know something y'all don't know. I'm WB Ward, SCI Wrestling, back inside of your computer once again, being joined by...
The Chip Douglas.
Yes. Okay, we are just a basket full of news tonight. This is going to be a quick show.
It is so good that we had to extend our time limit. We broke our own cardinal rule today for this show.
We're either 30s or we're 60s, but today we're going to be wishy-washy.
Which is kind of funny because I'm almost 30 and you're well into your 60s, correct?
Hey, wait, whoa. Don't send me to don't send me to take her just yet. Man,
I have no clue, but
I'm 55. I'm double nickels.
Oh,
yes.
Oh well, never mind.
I am.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, 60s. Please.
It just sounded good.
It's just, every day I wake up, the wick on my candle of life burns shorter and dimmer. Don't make it any worse. Yeah. Oh. Well, now that I've thoroughly depressed everybody, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much.
Okay.
Living life.
What's go ahead and give our social
Twitter.
media. Yeah.
By the way, I want to send out a special shout out to all of our Twitter followers.
Shout!
We just reached 53 followers.
Yay!
We broke the 50 mark, which I guess in Twitter world isn't that big of an accomplishment, but that's the biggest accomplishments we've had.
We will only hit the 50 mark once.
Exactly. Well, unless we drop down.
That's all I've ever. No, we're going to use my age now. We're going to use that as the advantage. We're only going to hit the 50 mark once.
Oh, that's true.
Because I don't intend to ever hit that again.
So thank you to everyone out there in Twitter land for going to follow us, but we need more so that way we can spread the word about SCI Wrestling and what we're doing and the great entertainment that we try to provide you every single week.
Follow us on Twitter.
SCI_Wrestling is our Twitter handle. You can also find us on Facebook, Squared Circle Insider Wrestling, and then our YouTube page, which is right now where our shows are uploaded to, which is SCI Wrestling. But all the links to our shows go up on our Twitter and Facebook page. So as long as you go to one, you'll be able to find the other.
Go to one, you go to them all.
Yep.
Okay. I started the show off with I know something you don't know. Now, I hate to admit, but I've already broke the news on my Facebook.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I
did. When?
Just about 30 seconds ago.
See, I tweet during the show most of the time.
I know you tweet during it. I only do it before and after, but I think I scooped it. But for those of you who haven't heard, here's Chip Douglas with a special announcement.
We've made this official. Well, we made this officially official as of this afternoon. Well, nothing's actually official, but SCI Wrestling will officially be in New Orleans. For WrestleMania 30.
That is just awesome. WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
Nolans, the Big Easy.
We're pretty excited.
What is the proper way to pronounce the capital of Louisiana? Is it New Orleans, New Orleans, or New Orleans? Or how do you?
Well, it was a French colony, correct?
How do you
pronounce it? Or was it
Spaniards? I've always pronounced it Baton Rouge.
Is that the capital?
Yes. You Nimrod.
Does everyone celebrate 4th of July?
Yes. No. You asked the question.
Oh, I asked it wrong.
How many countries have the 4th of July? Well, they all do. No, not all of them celebrate it. Okay, there. Now that I've made a total full of Chip.
But we're extremely excited to have an opportunity to go to WrestleMania 30. For Bill and I, this is our first. I've never been to a WrestleMania.
Never have.
I've never even been to a pay-per-view. So this is just going to be an all-around phenomenal opportunity for both of us. Our good buddy who was on the show last week, Marcus Hathcock, will also be joining us more likely in New Orleans.
I've been to a pay-per-view.
Have you?
Does a burlesque show count?
Sure.
Okay. Well, it's kind of a peep show.
We've never been to a WWE pay-per-view.
No, never have.
Or WBF.
Never have.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be there for the whole weekend.
I'm gonna hang out with the Bellas.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Get past John Cena and his axe.
No, because all I need are you and Hathcock behind me.
Oh yeah.
And I don't have to run faster than John Cena. I only have to run faster than you two.
Good luck. Good luck.
Right. Okay. Okay. Let's move right along here before we get too sidetracked.
Absolutely.
breaking news from TMZ.
And now, you don't know this. In fact, I made sure when I walked into the studio.
Right.
WB just pulled up WBE.com. I told him, I was like, did you hear the news today? And he goes, what news? I go, close WBE.com. So TMZ is the first one that broke it. So this is not just wrestling news. This is national-wide news.
Wow. Okay, you've piqued my interest.
A particular WWE superstar has come out of the closet today.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
For real.
It's not who I'm hinting on, is it?
No.
Oh. Really?
But I'll let you guess. I'll let you see if you can guess.
See if I can guess who came out of the closet.
Because I'll be honest, when I saw it, I was like, that makes sense.
Well, Adrian Adonis is not with us anymore.
He's a current WWE superstar.
Oh, current. Okay.
Like, we see him almost every Monday.
Let me think. No, when you say superstar, that can be anybody. Are we talking about a wrestler or somebody?
Wrestler.
We are. This is a wrestler. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss. I don't know.
Darren Young from the Prime Players.
Oh, okay. That actually, yeah.
It kind of makes sense a little bit.
Okay.
But this is making huge news just because of the fact of the basketball player Jason Collins that came out of the closet. And he was kind of like the first big basketball player to come out, and so this is making national news because of him being like the first WWE superstar to really come out, which it really isn't the case. I mean, they're making a huge deal about this, but
why?
I don't know why they're making such a huge deal about it. Who cares?
I wonder what the reactions are in the locker room. I mean, that's got to kind of change things a little bit.
Tweets have been going out all day. Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, John Cena, all saying, we're real proud of you. But they've got to change his theme song now, his ring music. They've got to change that. Why is that?
Change it to Young Love.
But Pat Patterson was with the WB for decades.
Yes.
As a wrestler, backstage, creative team. And he was actually openly gay as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if Adrian Adonis was.
Well, I said that just because of his character.
I know his character was.
Yeah, his character was somewhat ambiguous at best.
Orlando Jordan was another one.
And I thought a long time Goldust.
No, that was just his character. Orlando Jordan, though, he was openly gay.
Orlando Jordan was. Yeah, I did not know that.
But so this is just making huge news for us at SCI Wrestling. We really don't care.
Yeah, I mean, why? Yeah, that's the one thing I'm just trying to figure out here. Why is it news?
I don't know.
Okay,
I have to trend what everyone else is trending on.
Well, I'm one of these people. I'm sorry. I don't see why that's news. I don't know why people have to have a parade just because of who they sleep with. To me, it just doesn't matter. I know I'm kind of walking on eggshells now.
Right.
But if that's you, that's you. It's well.
You think this might be a publicity stunt?
No. Based on the way you've been saying this, no. I think it just quote came out and some reporter went, "Ooh, I can make money."
Yeah, it was kind of odd how they did it because I saw the video of it. And like TMZ called him in the airport, and someone asked him, do you ever think that there'd be any gay wrestlers that would come out, kind of like Jason Collins in the NBA? And he goes, well, I mean, matter of fact, I'm gay, and that's how he did it. So it was kind of taken back. It wasn't like a huge press conference or anything like that. So
okay. I don't think the way you're describing it, I don't think I don't think sound like a publicity stunt.
I was just wondering.
However, it is good timing for the pay-per-view.
That's wonderful timing for.
Okay, what pray tell of do you have for the tweet of the day?
The tweet of the week.
Okay.
The tweet of the week is brought to you by. Are you familiar with Jamie Dundee?
Jamie Dundee. That sounds familiar. Doesn't he wrestle crocodiles?
No, that's Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, okay.
But Jamie Dundee is the son of Bill Dundee, who's a famous Memphis wrestler.
Yes.
Jamie Dundee was also a famous Memphis wrestler and also wrestled in a tag team called PG-13. He's a very southern guy, very outspoken. So this is the tweet that he posted a day ago.
All right.
And for all the listeners, we do not approve of this message, but we just find it funny. I think we should change Hump Day to No Lube Anal Day. I'm just saying.
And that's how ironic to come out with that right after the story on Darren Young.
I know.
That was totally unintended, folks. That's
not that there's anything wrong with that.
No. Okay. All right. Well, didn't you say he's from Kentucky?
Memphis area.
Memphis. Okay, yeah. So he's not far from Kentucky. The state that has.
I think he lives in Kentucky.
It's the state that has their own state jelly.
What's that?
KY jelly? Have you never saw that?
Oh my god!
There you go.
Oh
okay.
My god! I don't know how I put two and two together.
My brain just went right there immediately. Okay, I'm going to skip over something here. I'm going to get down right here to the Totally Divas review from the Totally Divas show from this week. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. On this episode, of course, for those of you who may not know, they got a reality show on E! Following around the Bella twins, and they're training a couple of new upcomers. It is a reality show, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because they had a very important thing about people supporting other people in the family who are in the entertainment business. Chip and myself have both been in entertainment for probably combined for more than 40 years. If you combine your experience with mine, that's got to be that's got to be that easily. When you're in the entertainment industry, there is a certain amount of obsession that goes on with the performer because it's something in which you could really become engrossed in. And I hesitate to say the word obsessed because of the fact it's a necessary thing. It's something you have to do. You have to really devote your heart, mind, and soul to whatever form of entertainment in which you're in. In this case, it's professional wrestling. In this episode, there was an incident between one of the up-and-comers and her fiancé, who gave her the ultimatum, you can either have this business or you can come home and be with me.
Ooh,
and
really?
She made the right choice. She dumped that loser quicker than I've seen any woman dump me.
Who was that?
The guy is a no-name. I have no idea who he was. Don't really know, don't really care at this point. She was just utterly heartbroken. Who
was the girl?
It was the younger one. It was the one who, not with the red hair. Jojo, yeah.
Oh, man,
and she was forced into a position where she had to make a very unpleasant decision just because there was somebody in her life who was so insecure. Probably looking at her, looking at the men she would be working with, thinking, man, look at these guys, look at me. She doesn't need to be doing this. Well, guy, dude, you're a loser. I mean, I'm sorry. That's all there is to it. Let them be. Let them pursue their craft. Let them pursue their world. Because unless you've been in the entertainment industry before, you don't know what that passion is for that passion of performing. And you have to support the people in your family and the loved ones in your life if they are indeed involved in this. Be secure in your own self and knowing that they are going to be there at the end of the day with you. Because the second you start doing things, pulling stunts like that, giving these ultimatums, you're going to lose, and you're going to lose in a big way. Now, I hope more than anything, JoJo goes on to make it huge. She deserves that.
Good luck, JoJo.
Yeah, that was just, wow. I guess that hit home to me because through my life, I've had that happen to me a couple of times.
And hopefully we'll see her in April.
Yes. Yeah, I hope so. I indeed hope so. Speaking of, indirectly speaking of the pay-per-views, we've got Summerslam coming up this Sunday. We've got a bunch of predictions, even have some audio from one of our current champions at a recent press conference. He had some pretty interesting insight as far as how the industry looks at these championships and stuff like that. Chip and I will be right back in just a moment with our predictions for SummerSlam 2013 up next.
Getting your child home safely.
Tap your views together 3 times.
Is just a click away.
There's no place like home.
But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size. There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat.
How can I ever thank you enough?
Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
If you enjoy Ward's Daily Almanac on the radio, chances are you'd love Ward's Daily Almanac in book form. Now, WB is working on this, but needs your help. To donate, search for Ward's Daily Almanac on Kickstarter.com or go to WBWard.com and click on the word Kickstarter. There you can watch a video about the project and learn about great rewards for giving. That's Kickstarter.com and search for Ward's Daily Almanac or WBWard.com and click Kickstarter.
That's it, the official music for SummerSlam 2013 from WWE. I mispronounced the artist's name a while ago. You corrected me. How do you pronounce this guy's name?
Wyclef Jean.
I'm sorry, do what?
Wyclef Jean.
Wyclef Jean.
Yeah.
Huh. It's got to be one of the weaker themes I've heard.
Yeah, it's not that good.
You know, usually they have some kind of gladiator-type feel.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this is just like you're holding a coconut with a straw in it.
Oh, yeah, this is not good at all.
Well, or at least we're not going to go to this one.
Ugh.
No, this show ought to be really good. I'm looking forward to the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
But don't look for this soundtrack available at any store near you soon.
And also, just to let all the listeners know, WB and I will be watching SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. So we'll be. I will definitely be on our Twitter page, making updates as we watch and see everything develop. And then we'll of course have our special after SummerSlam show with the results and also our thoughts and opinions about it.
And while the Chipper's doing that on Twitter, I'll be over on our Facebook page doing likewise, putting up the updates and announcing the winners as they become available.
Absolutely.
So follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, just whatever the hell you do, follow us, damn it. Okay.
It'd be really interesting to see if that Reddit guy is able to predict all the predictions again, because I know
Was he pretty good at that?
He predicted every pay-per-view match for 6 months in a row.
Well, really?
Before the pay-per-view aired. So it'll be earliest to see if that was stopped, because I know WB caught wind of that, and they were not happy.
Okay, Cena versus Bryan. Who are you looking at in this?
My prediction, first of all, I want to say for the record, the promos on Monday were absolutely incredible by John Cena.
Oh, weren't they, though?
My goodness. I have not seen passion from John Cena in the promo in a very long time. So big props to John Cena on that. Now, I will give my prediction, and I'll give what I would want to see. Okay. My prediction is Triple H will somehow or another get involved in the match. Mm-hmm. First of all, I'm going to say Daniel Bryan wins with help from Triple H, but then Randy Orton cashes it in and takes the title from him.
Okay. Now, my prediction didn't include
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. However, you did give me an interesting thought on that, because I think you're right. I think you're getting there on the wrong direction. I don't think Triple H is going to be involved directly in the match. I think he is going to be distracted by the little doofus who's the now the general manager of Raw.
Oh, Brad Maddox?
Brad Maddox. I think Brad Maddox is going to come out to the ring. He's going to distract Triple H, and the rest will be history. I think from that, Bryan will win. And now that you're mentioning Orton, yeah, I can see that as a real possibility.
Now, what I want to see happen is see Triple H turn on Daniel Bryan, give him like a pedigree, and then John Cena pin him, knowing that Triple H did this, and then shake his hand for the Cena heel turn.
Could be.
And
now,
then,
that's an interesting
and
point.
Then we could
the only reason
corporation.
I don't think that will happen is because of the fact of how much they've had Triple H supporting Bryan leading up to this.
And that's why it'd be so great.
That's true. That's true. However, I do think Bryan is now, had you asked me this before today, my opinion probably would have been different. But I did catch up with some audio of John Cena at a press conference that was held recently, like within the last couple of weeks anyway. And John Cena said something in his statement that I thought was very interesting. Let's give that a quick listen here.
He's good. He's very good. But on Sunday, he will step into a world that he just does not know. He doesn't have enough experience. And that's why this SummerSlam is important to all those who generally don't know what we do and all those watching around the world who are very familiar with what we do. Because normally these main events where this is focused is a giant superstar facing off with a giant superstar. This championship is reserved for moments like John Cena versus The Rock. But on Sunday, will Daniel Bryan define himself as the next Rock? Will Daniel Bryan define himself as the next John Cena? Or simply, is Daniel Bryan good enough to define himself as the first Daniel Bryan? That's what Sunday's about. Will you tune in to see if the beard is good enough to dethrone the champ? Well, this Sunday, as our special guest referee says. That's why we play the game. I'll see you guys on Sunday.
Okay, now what I thought was really interesting in there was he was talking about Bryan defining himself as the next Rock or as the next John Cena, but then he quickly turned around and said, will he define himself as the first Daniel Bryan? I think we're seeing the early onset of a huge push they're getting ready to do.
And also, I just want to say for the record that John Cena debuted in 2000. Daniel Bryan debuted in professional wrestling in 1999. So, actually, Daniel Bryan is more experienced than John Cena.
Well, yes, but understand WWE is a different animal other than over other promotions. Right. So I think
I see the heel turn.
Yeah, I can see that. You could actually hear it in his vocal tones.
I mean, it's just he kind of has this vindictive tone to him, like that he's not really about the wrestler type mentality. It's about entertainment, and you're not good enough. You're not at my level. And that's the exact heel turn that he can do, is none of you are on my level.
Yeah.
I mean, because the only one he's saying that is The Rock.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Well, he may have to turn heel anyway to stay on the Bella's good side. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out on Totally Divas.
Well, he can definitely chop some wood.
I just thought, okay, my mind went to all kinds of places during that episode. I'm not going to go there now. Okay, let's go ahead and move along here.
But I just want to specify, on that Totally Divas segment when they went to each other's houses, did it kind of look odd that John Cena and Daniel Bryan didn't really like each other?
They looked like they tolerated each other.
Exactly.
That was about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was a certain amount of tolerance.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're dating my girlfriend's sister, so I'll tolerate you.
I don't see that lasting very much longer. I think Cena's going to dump the Bella he's dating anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, come on,
come on, Eva Marie.
I would love to have the Bellas, no question about that. But even I can kind of see that she's kind of outclassed.
Yeah,
here.
we need to do a top 5 hottest divas show. We'll do that like next week or the week after.
And by the way, our cohort, Mr. Hathcock, suggested doing the best breeders.
Best breeders?
Oh no, I'm sorry, I meant bleeders. If we did the best breeders, the whole show would be about Ric Flair. So we'll do we'll do a blood and guts episode too here one of these days.
Best breeders, that'd be interesting, like combining wrestlers to make a super wrestler. It'd be weird.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, now we'll move on.
Next thing, Punk versus Lesnar. Punk did get some revenge on Monday, but how did you feel about that? The way they staged that?
I don't think they did this correctly.
I don't either.
I think they should have had Punk go over the week before.
Yeah.
And then had Cena go over this week.
Well, I think they just should have thought it out more.
Right.
Because how in the world did Punk come out to the ring and manage to find the only camera operator with a camera that was not attached to anything?
And you see how old that camera was?
Yeah. There was no cable on it. There was no nothing. He
Lord.
just happened to be standing there. And I'm thinking, come on, guys, there's no cable on this camera. At least keep the cable on it if you're going to do that. However, it was, I did appreciate the showmanship of it, but they could have put a dang cable on it.
But I think they missed
a wireless camera.
Right now, I mean, if I was judging based off that angle, I'd have to go with somehow Brock Lesnar is going to end up winning somehow. But I don't see it happening. I still think CM Punk's going to take the win just because I think Lesnar's going to disappear for a little while anyways.
Well, as far as the strength is concerned, there's no question about it. Lesnar has it all over Punk. So Punk he's not going to be in that ring to out-wrestle Lesnar because he can't do that. No. He has to be in the ring to outsmart Lesnar, which that shouldn't be terribly difficult to do. I think it's going to end up going to be CM Punk winning, but it's going to be a DQ. I think
so.
And
it's going to lead to another match somewhere down the road.
Either that or Lesnar's going to win because Punk decides, well, I'd rather beat the snot out of Heyman.
It's true.
Yeah,
you can always do the birdcage idea that I had.
I wish they would. I love that idea. I love that idea. Now, the Kane versus Bray Wyatt match in the Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
To me, I have no prediction because to me it just doesn't matter. Any way this match ends is a winner.
Well, I think I think you gotta give Bray Wyatt the win on this one.
Possibly.
From a creative standpoint.
Even on the creative standpoint, I don't really think it matters. I really don't, because I can see this.
You can't steal Bray Wyatt's thunder, though.
No, but you wouldn't be stealing his thunder. If he loses, they're going to have his character lose on purpose. He's going to relinquish I can see his character relinquishing the match to Kane and still losing and still coming out on top. That's why I'm saying no matter who wins this match, it's going to be a winner one way or the other, because they're setting up I think they have gold, this has gold written all over it. Oh, yes. This has gold written all over it.
It's funny you say that, because I actually read an article today, and rumors are that he is getting ready to get a big push. And if that means big push, that means probably John Cena or Daniel Bryan. Whoever the champion is, I can see Bray Wyatt getting involved somewhere.
Okay, let's get this next one over with, because I just really don't care. Alberto Del Rio versus Christian. That's got to be the match for the 7th inning stretch.
You talk about the worst build-up.
Yeah.
Any of these matches.
This should not even be in the pay-per-view.
Well, I mean, there's one more build-up that's worse, because they just now started doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was every week these guys fought completely different people.
Mm-hmm.
They rarely got involved in each other's business. They rarely had any connection with each other backstage. So this is really falling flat. I see this still being Christian's opportunity to gain the world title based off the promos they've been running on his last run. I can see this being Christian's last run and giving him the title.
Yeah. Okay, I'm woken up.
You're just so done with it, right?
Yeah, I'm awake now. Let's move on.
All right, fine.
Ambrose versus DVD.
I'm just going to say STD.
Yeah. And we'll save that one for the Best Breeders episode.
I actually saw a t-shirt that Cliff Compton made that was making fun of Totally Divas and said STD Divas.
I like that.
I was like, I want that shirt.
I do too. STD Divas. ST Divas.
But when I was talking about build-up, this is the one that was build up the worst, just because of the fact that it just happened.
Yeah. This was one of those things. Have I ever told you about what I call the Mickey Rooney syndrome?
No, I don't think so.
Have you ever seen an old Mickey Rooney movie? There's a scene in almost every one of them where they're trying to raise funds for something, and somebody comes up with this brilliant idea of, I know, let's put on a show. Dad can build the stage sets, Mom can make the costumes, and somehow they put together this huge, elaborate Hollywood special. This is the Mickey Rooney syndrome. They came up with this match just at the last minute, and it was, hey guys, I have an idea. Let's do this. And there's just not a whole lot of thought to it. I don't see anything really big happening here.
I do expect the match to be good, though.
Not Ambrose, but RVD's going to win. And
I don't think so.
There's a reason why this is the pre-show.
I see Ambrose winning. I think this is actually going to be one of the better pre-show matches that they've offered in quite a while. Just because I like Ambrose's style, I love RVD's style.
Well, there's one thing I can honestly say on the pre-show. It means you can watch it. You don't have to buy the pay-per-view. This is absolutely free. So go ahead and tune in, and it's probably worth every penny.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Free.
Damian Sandow versus Cody Rhodes. I like this. I
do too.
And I don't even like Cody Rhodes, but I love the way they're doing his character now, because I think he's home where he belongs.
I agree.
And Damian Sandow, if it weren't for his ring music, I would think he was just absolutely tops. I love him as a performer. I think his character is just absolutely magnetic. Now, as far as who's going to win this, I don't think there's any question. I think it'll be Rhodes.
I see Sandow.
You see Sandow in this one?
I see Sandow going, kind of keeping up with the Money in the Bank momentum. I could probably see them doing some kind of swerve to where to lead to the next pay-per-view of a rematch. But yeah, just straight up, I would say Sandow's going to take this somehow or another.
One rumor I've heard, and quite frankly, I'm having a hard time believing this, but one rumor that I've heard is that Cody Rhodes will have his father at ringside.
Really?
If that's the case,
that'd be cool.
I think Rhodes will win it.
The American Dream.
Oh yeah.
The son of the plumber.
Yeah. That I think that would be just an excellent thing for them to do. By the way, I heard another rumor, the possibility of one Rey Mysterio making an appearance.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now, this was not among the most reliable of sources, but I have, as of late, been wondering what the heck happened to this little Mexican munchkin.
Right.
And but there are some rumors that I've heard circulating that he may make an appearance in SummerSlam this Sunday. So we'll have to wait and see. I have no idea if he will or not, but that's just what I've heard.
Isn't the Big Show coming back?
Yes, Big Show made his appearance back on Raw on Monday. And I was so happy to see him in the ring. Yeah. He was right up there along with Mark Henry.
Yeah.
He came out to Mark Henry's aid.
I forgot to put that on the format sheet, but I just now remembered.
I wonder...
are they going to do the tag match?
I believe so.
Him and Henry versus Shield?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Eventually, I believe that's... I think what they're doing is they're setting up something really, really huge, no pun intended, for WrestleMania.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, between Mark Henry and teaming up with Big Show,
like they're going to face each other at WrestleMania.
No, I think they're going to be the next big, huge, and again, it's no pun intended. I think they're going to be the next absolutely big tag team match.
Oh, okay.
Because that would have to be the most awesome tag team match between Big Show and Mark Henry. That's wow. That's just unbelievable.
That's a lot of man.
That is indeed. Okay, Ziggy, Caitlin, Langston, AJ.
It may have gone on record that Caitlyn is the most boring diva.
She is.
That they have right now.
Absolutely.
It's just horrendous.
She is. If it weren't for the fact she had a nice butt, I don't think she'd even be there.
But AJ's is nicer.
I think so.
Of course, you've been on record say it's the nicest butt in WWE.
I will stand by that opinion as well as by her butt. Absolutely. I like the angle between Langston and AJ. I think Langston, however, is going to turn on AJ.
Really?
I think Langston will turn on AJ on this one. I think he'll have enough of her nuttiness.
I agree.
And I think once again, she's just going to be left out in the cold. I'm just wondering if that happens, whom will be her next. Actually, I do have an idea of who I think the next victim will be.
Who's that?
I believe it'll be Layla. I think you're getting ready to see a very interesting storyline develop.
Ooh, with AJ and Layla?
Yeah.
But I can also see her trying to...
Not to mention an interesting website.
Right. Trying to grab herself to a male wrestler. So if she were to find another male wrestler, who do you think it'd be? Someone looking for a little bit of a push, because it would be a little bit of a push.
Darren Young's out of the question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't anticipate that question. I really don't know. Do you have somebody in mind yourself?
Justin Gabriel?
They need to do something with him other than those little stupid
or
angel
Kofi.
wings. Oh, no.
Kofi.
Oh, heavens,
perfect.
No. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I know you don't like Kofi, but,
oh, no.
But you take weird drugs and
that's true.
Don't watch Kofi matches.
Kofi and AJ, I don't know. No, I have a hard time with that.
Because she can do the little puppeteer stuff and he'll just do whatever he wants.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing that match.
Sure.
Not wrestling match, but that match between the two people. But on this tag team between Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn, I honestly think, Langston, like I said, my opinion is Langston's going to turn on AJ. The end result, Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn will win the match.
Yeah, it'll probably be Caitlyn pin AJ.
Could be. Yeah, because actually what I can see happening on this with this, as I think their script writers are just becoming so predictable. I think Langston is just going to have his fill of AJ and her nuttiness, and he's going to walk out of the ring. He's just going to walk away.
Yep.
I mean, you got to admit the script writers as of late have been falling on that tired old cliche a lot, and I think they're going to do it here.
I mean, I was kind of bored with the fact that they actually put the Divas in this match. I thought they should have stuck it with Ziggler versus Langston, which still could happen. We still have a couple pay-per-views left for the year. It'd be interesting to see where they're going to go from that.
I am glad that they at least did have Dolph do a turn, because the two best turns that I've seen happen this year so far was Cody Rhodes and Dolph Ziggler. I think they both should have been faces to begin with, and I think they go over with the fans. I think the fans like them better as faces.
I'm still kind of hung up on Ziggler though. I mean, I completely agree, and I did agree with you that I thought he would be a better face. But to me, it just still seems like he's not getting over. Or is it just
excuse me,
my own crazy.
I personally, I just think it's because you're a moron, and I've just learned to love it and go on. No, I see what you're saying, because it's not exactly the fans are turning somersaults whenever the Zigman comes out. I think they need to work on his gimmick a little bit. Maybe even changing his name to the Zigman. For instance, having a T-shirt that has a logo that bears somewhat the old, excuse me, the old Zorro logo.
The Zorro logo?
Yeah, you remember Zorro?
Yeah.
With the little Z on there?
Yeah.
I can see having some marketing potential in that.
Can I give one more opinion?
Sure.
Or one more prediction?
Sure, we got time.
I'm going back to the main event. And
we got time.
I just thought about this. Cena versus Bryan. Mm-hmm. Another angle they could go is just have Bryan win cleanly. Next night, celebration. Daniel Bryan celebrating. Lights go out. Lights come back up. And the Wyatt family's two hoodlums are in the ring.
Okay. And you bring up something there that you and I have been lacking in. We've been approaching our predictions and storyline thoughts only on a match by match basis. Yeah. And you're right. A lot of this is like chess or playing pool. They're setting up for not that night. They're actually setting up for the night or the shows after. Yeah. That's interesting.
Because a perfect example was last WrestleMania. Because last WrestleMania, to me, was very predictable.
Yeah.
But what happened to Raw the next night wasn't predictable.
You think they're doing the pay-per-views now, not so much for the pay-per-view as they're doing to push Monday Night Raw?
They could.
Because, come on, 3-hour show? They got it. They have to pump that a little.
It doesn't make sense from a business standpoint, just because of the fact that the pay-per-views is what makes their money.
Well, but they make a ton of money off of advertising.
Oh, absolutely. And they do, especially going 3 hours. Oh, speaking of 3 hours.
Yes. No, I don't want to do a 3-hour show.
No.
Oh, okay.
No way. No, we're not that dumb. They've been talking about doing SmackDown for 3 hours. I can't even watch SmackDown for 2 hours.
Yeah, SmackDown seems to have lost a little luster. I don't know if I don't know if that would justify a 3-hour show.
They're thinking about doing it.
Well, there's one uphill battle that they have with SmackDown that they don't have with Raw. And with Raw, they have this really ironclad contract with USA, so they're good. SmackDown, they're on Sci-Fi, which is a completely different broadcasting group. Now they're going to have some real serious negotiation problems. So I don't know if that's even going to be a realistic expectation for them to even try to do.
I heard the lease for Raw is coming up to be expired. And
USA does not want to lose that show.
Well, here I heard a story about this the other day on MLW podcast. Mm-hmm. When they left Spike TV, Spike TV wanted to get rid of them. WWE did not leave Spike TV. Spike TV kicked them off.
And we all know what the popularity of Spike TV is now.
Exactly. Yeah, and it was their own stupid fault.
That is stupid.
But Vince McMahon was put in a tight situation because he had nowhere to air his show. So the deal that he took from USA was not that great of a deal.
Okay.
From what I've heard and from what this particular writer was saying. He had to take the best offers on the table, which was USA.
Right.
So it would be very interesting to see what they're going to be able to accomplish.
USA better be careful because they need WWE a lot more than WWE needs USA.
I agree.
I
agree. Any network is going to be wise to pick up WWE.
If they don't renew the contract, WWE is just going to form their own network. Period. I think
they've already. There's already talks about WWE.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for a while anyway, about having their own cable channel.
They have shows. So. They already have shows pre-recorded to be on their network.
So yeah, they're good to go. USA, WWE has so many cards in their pocket. There's no way USA is going to want to let them go.
Yeah.
WWE has no reason really to stay on USA. USA is going to have to come up with some awfully good reasons to keep them.
Oh, absolutely.
So it will be interesting to see how that plays out, to see if we're going to have to change our DVR settings to record Monday Night Raw sometime in the future on a different channel. Wow. This is absolutely going to be an interesting weekend. We've got SummerSlam coming up on Sunday. You're coming over. You're bringing the snacks, right?
I'm bringing the booze.
Okay, and you're going to be monitoring. You're going to be uploading to Twitter. I'm going to be doing. Oh, you're going to bring the broads.
I'll bring the broads.
All right. I'll be putting the updates on Facebook. He'll have the ladies in between the matches. We'll be. I don't know. I don't want to get myself into too much trouble here. And then sometime next week, in the middle of the week, we'll be producing our results show here. So Catch all the results as they happen
Can I
on
say
Twitter.
one more thing before you end it?
Yes.
Yes!
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 Yes! Okay.
Yes!
Catch us all up on Twitter. Catch us on Facebook for all the updates on Sunday nights. And then right here next week for yet another episode of SCI Wrestling. You guys have yourselves a wonderful week now.